Everyone. So let's start. Today we are doing this session, the third consecutive day, and today we're going to discuss physics, right? So you have got the paper from your school, and there are 40 MCQs and about 5 essay type questions. And yesterday we did chemistry, and day before yesterday we did biology, right? Complete revision of the entire syllabus, both 10 and 11. Today we are doing the third session of this seminar series, so that is physics. We are going to discuss completely today. And today I heard many students experiencing this power cut, and they are unable to join due to the power cut. Then I will share the video with them. They can request to the school, or else they can subscribe the Jayawardenepura channel, Jayawardenepura YouTube channel, and then they can watch them later, right? We'll start now. I'll share the screen. So physics, you can see the screen now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Progress.
Okay. Physics, if you take, actually if you take O-level science paper, you get physics in the MCQ paper nearly 12 to 13 MCQs, and essay type paper you get structured essay, you get question number 4 from physics, and essay type paper, oral science paper, you get question number 7 physics, then 8B physics and 9B physics. That means you get there are 3 essays, you get physics, right? So if you only can note down that, therefore you have to pay more attention to the physics part in the essay type, because there are 3 questions where you get physics in the essay type paper, right? Oral science paper. So altogether you get structured essay 1, 3 essays, but 1 complete essay, question number 7, and then question number 8A, 8B and 9B, right? 9B from physics. Go for A pass, so you cannot drop physics. And the most difficult lessons in grade 11, electronics, electromagnetism and electricity. So those are the 3 most difficult lesson, and heat lesson. But anyway, you learn electricity in both 10 and 11 syllabuses, right? I mean grade 10 chapter 19, grade 10 chapter 19, and then grade 11 chapter 10, that is completely physics, electricity lesson. So there are those 2 lessons you have to pay attention, because electricity and heat you can get under essay type questions, right? So if you only can note down this, MCQs you get, there are, right, MCQs you get nearly 12 to 13 MCQs in the oral science paper from physics, and say MCQ paper part 1 12 to 13. In addition to that, MCQ paper you get about 12 to 13, about 12 MCQs, right? And that means around 12 to 15 MCQs, right? Then structured essay type paper, you get question number 7 from physics. Structured essay question number 4 from physics, and essay type question number 7 completely physics, and question number 8B physics, 8B, and question number 9B from physics, question number 9B from physics, question number 7, then 8B and 9B. So those are the questions you are getting from physics, right? So this question number 8 part A from biology plus physics, and question number 9 bio plus physics, question number 8, question number 9 you get chemistry and physics. So part A chemistry, part B physics. So therefore when you're going to select 3 essays from the out of 5 essays, so anyway 3 questions from physics, right? So therefore you can, without physics you can select only 2 questions, that is question number 5 and 6. Question number 5 completely from biology, and question number 6 essay type completely from chemistry. So 7, 8, 9, whatever the question you are going to select from 7, 8, 9, so you have to answer this physics part also. Right? So that is about the contribution to the oral science paper from this physics, and let's start now with essay type MCQs, right? MCQs. Right. I'll erase this screen. Okay. Question number 1. So actually this paper consists of the questions from all the areas, like grade 10 physics as well as grade 11 physics. Grade 10 physics as well as grade 11 physics, and right. Grade 10 chapter 2 physics, grade 10 chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 5, and grade 10 basic, like the first term you get chapter 2 motion graph, velocity time graph, displacement time graph, SI units. So those things you should know, right? Then the other most important thing, when you answer in physics questions, when they give the data, when they give data, you should know the equation. Right? You should know the equation. Otherwise, you will find it difficult to get the final answer without the equation. That's very, very important. Right. There are many students in the waiting room. Give me a second. Right. Okay. Now, number 1 units, number 2 equation, and the analysis of the data. So all three you have to consider when you answer in physics, because they will not give the equation with the data. And units important. When you are, imagine my advice now, essays and MCQs, when you are writing the answers, don't just write the answer, write the method. You have to write the equation, how to apply the values to the equation or the expression given, and then final answer with units. So units you have to pay attention, and the method important, because in the marking scheme, when they allocate marks for the essay type questions, the calculations under physics, so definitely they will allocate for the method also at least 1 mark. Or they write in the example Ohm's law, you get calculation from V equals IR. So you have to write the equation V equals IR, or Q equals MC theta, F equals MA. So always write the equation and then apply the values with units if possible, because sometimes they will give example F equals MA, or kinetic energy half mv squared, or potential energy mgh. So m has to be in kilogram, or momentum mv, m should be in kilogram. Right? Therefore, if you don't write the mass in kilogram, you will not get the final answer. That is the reason, right? Therefore, always you have to pay attention to these are the areas we have observed, like the students lose marks and their A can become B because of these simple mistakes. Right? Okay, now let's see question number 1. Please raise the hand. Anyone joining directly from the school? Anyone of you are joining from the school at this time, this seminar? Please raise the hand. None of you, right? Okay, and how many of you have done this paper, at least MCQs, half of this paper, the MCQs physics paper? Please raise the hand, because otherwise I wanted to explain the question in detail. Please raise the hand those who have done at least the MCQ paper, half of this paper at least done, because I forwarded this yesterday to the school's WhatsApp group through the Jayawardenepura zone, through the science director, and then through the science teachers, and then through the school principal to the school science teachers, and then you should get, yeah. If not, you can request from the school teacher or from the principal about this seminar too, right? Then okay, very good. Nearly 10 to 15 students done. If you have not got the paper, please send a request, or else I think if you have the WhatsApp number, you can send a request to that also, right? Let's start now. Question number 1. Given below are some statements about regarding velocity. Velocity is not a vector quantity. That is completely wrong. So without reading the answers, they are asking are not false. That, in other words, they are asking the correct statement. Velocity is a vector because it has a definite direction. Okay, some students raise a hand. Yeah, Devmini, yes, what is the answer for this? Any volunteers, those who can give the answer for the question number 1, first MCQ, any volunteers? Right, I'll ask from Prashasti, right? Yeah, Prashasti. Madhubhashini, Dilan.
First one.
So third one.
Third one, first one and third one. Let's see. Actually, answer is 3. Yeah, very good, Dilan. Yeah, Sandeep. So very good. Answer is 3. Let's see. I'll mark the answer and explain how you get the third answer. Answer is 3. B and C only, because A is wrong. Velocity is a vector. Velocity can be existed as negative value. Yes, because velocity, if you take a graph, velocity time graph, velocity is a vector. Imagine if you only can make a small sketch of this graph. If you throw an object up, right? If you throw an object up and if it is returning to the same point again or return to your hand, you project an object upwards and it reached to the maximum height and after that it returns. So this is called upward velocity. You take positive. If you only can note down this. My advice now, not to mark the answers, try to learn something new from each MCQ. Please recall the theory behind this. Velocity is a vector. Upward velocity, if you take positive values, so imagine here you take plus 40 velocity, plus 40 meters per second, upward velocity, plus 40 upward. So when it reaching down, it become minus 40. So example, you get here, say assume here plus 40 become plus 30 because velocity decreases, plus 30 or plus 20. When it travels upwards, so velocity decreases, then it become velocity say plus 10, then velocity become finally 0. Then when it's returning, velocity become negative, minus 40, right? So it's become minus 40, minus 30, minus 20 meters per second, minus 10 and 0. Finally it's the other way around, sorry, it's downwards acceleration, sir. This also you should mark. Upward acceleration, please write here upward motion acceleration. So upward you take positive velocity, upward is acceleration. When it's moving upwards, it's acceleration. When it's moving downwards, it's this upward deceleration, downward acceleration. Downward is acceleration. When you are projecting an object upwards, it undergoes deceleration and velocity decrease. So downwards, when it's falling down under gravity, it is acceleration. So this is very, very important to understand and you should know how to represent this graphically. So upward velocity decreases, therefore deceleration. Downward velocity increases, therefore acceleration. Now upward velocity positively decrease, here negatively increase. Minus 10, so 0 to minus 10 meters per second. Minus 10 to minus 20. Minus 20 to minus 30. Minus 30, then it become minus 40. So velocity increases gradually. Therefore downward, when an object falling down, it's acceleration. By why negative value here? Direction change. Please put an arrow toward this minus sign line, right? Direction change. So direction opposite. This is called opposite direction. That's why it's minus. Because direction is opposite, we put minus sign for the velocity. But it doesn't mean velocity decreases. Velocity increases, but sign is negative. Why negative? Because of the opposite direction. So therefore, if upward velocity positive, downward velocity take negative, that is this sign for because of the change in of direction. So at the maximum height, velocity is 0. Kinetic energy 0. So at the maximum height, velocity is 0. That means kinetic energy is 0. But potential energy maximum. So when moving down, kinetic energy increase, potential energy decrease. So how to represent this motion graphically? You can draw a straight line like this. So look at the screen. You can draw a straight line like this. Now you can understand velocity is a vector and it's like this. So what is this positive, this graph, so the velocity time graph for the motion of this object until it reach ground. So velocity here 0. Initially its velocity plus 40. It begins with plus 40 velocity. After that it become minus 40 here. Why minus? Because direction opposite. Please mark that, very important. You better make a small sketch of this diagram. You should better make a small sketch of this diagram. I highlight this green. Motion of an object thrown vertically up until it returns to the ground. Motion of an object thrown vertically up until it returns to the ground. So upward velocity decrease, therefore its deceleration. Downward velocity increase, therefore its acceleration. Why minus and plus sign? Because direction is opposite. Why minus? Direction is opposite. Direction has changed. Therefore velocity is a vector. When the direction changes, so it takes negative value. So if you want, you can this triangle represent moving up. This side from 0 to minus 40 moving down. Sometimes they can ask this under MCQs in the O-level science paper. Right, please mark this. What is this? Throwing of an object upwards until it reaches vertically down. The complete motion moving upward and downwards both you can represent using this velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Right. So therefore velocity is a vector because it has a definite direction as well as a magnitude. But here they tell not a vector. So not false means what? Always pay attention to the active word of the question. So not false means they are asking the true. Not false means, in other words, what? The correct statement or the true statement. So B and C only true. Velocity can exist as negative value, correct. Rate of the change of displacement called velocity. So what is the definition of velocity? Velocity equal change of the displacement over time taken. Please write that equation also. Velocity means, rate means something divided by time. Velocity is change in the displacement, change of displacement divided by time taken. Change of displacement. In other words, displacement divided by time equal velocity. So therefore, if you get a displacement time graph, you can find the velocity. How? Displacement divided by time. Displacement time graph, you can find the velocity because y-axis displacement, x-axis time. So any velocity time, any displacement time graph, you can find velocity. If you get a displacement time graph like this, what? It represents uniform velocity. Displacement y-axis, time x-axis. Displacement s over t. S over t known as displacement divided by time is equal to velocity. Right. So that is about question number 1, because we have put questions in this paper covering all the lessons in physics. Example from grade 10 physics from chapter 2 until grade 11 physics chapter 13. Grade 11 physics chapter 13, that is electromagnetism lesson. Electromagnetic induction, Faraday's concept, transformers, that is electromagnetic induction. Electronics, electricity, heat, Newton's laws, right? Resultant force, equilibrium of forces, current, electricity, grade 10. Then motion graph, all these. Now next one, question number 2. I'll erase the screen. Please take a screenshot or at least note down this. This is very important, this graph, right? So anything when you project this vertically up, if it is only until the maximum height, if you ask to draw, then you can draw only the first half of the graph. Like imagine now, if you ask to draw only the first part until it reached the maximum height, if you ask to draw the graph, then it looks like this. It's deceleration like this. That is only for the upward motion. But if it is both upwards and downwards, then you have to draw this red one, this graph, right? So it's very, very important. Many students, they mix up this in the exam. Sometimes they can ask, I'll highlight this pink, right? Pink and the green one. Complete motion of the object from until it reached ground, right? Question number 2. So the answer for the question number 1 is third. Question number 2. Question number 2, from motion graph, velocity time graph. What is the uniform acceleration and uniform deceleration of this object? Uniform acceleration, I'll highlight with one color, that is uniform acceleration given by this part of the graph, this one, right? Uniform acceleration given by this, that means 0 to 30 seconds. Then uniform deceleration given by 52, I'll highlight this a different color. Uniform deceleration given by last 20 seconds, that means this part of the graph. So what is the equation for the acceleration? Acceleration equal change of velocity divided by time taken. So I'll find with the same color, I'll write uniform acceleration equal v minus u over t. V minus u over t. What is the velocity? Final velocity here you can see final velocity, I'll mark here v. Final velocity is v. Initial velocity is 0. I'll put an arrow towards this one u. Directly from the graph you can get final velocity and initial velocity. Initial velocity and final velocity you can directly get from the graph, right? Directly you can get from the graph. So final velocity is 60. Initial velocity 0. Time taken 30 seconds. Then you get right. Sorry about that. There's a sudden power failure. I think nearly 4.5 hours power cut is. Yeah, I think I got the issue. Now anyway, I will continue this seminar. I will continue with the, so you have to bear up with me because if any issue. So anyway, I'll try my best to continue until 10:30. I'll share the screen again. Right. Okay, you can see the screen now. Okay. Right. So let me, I think because of the power failure, I had to write this again. You can see the screen, right? Okay. So this is uniform. Okay, we are calculating the uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration I told this part of the graph, this pink area, uniform acceleration, that is 0 to 30 seconds. So the velocity has increased from 0 to 60. That is initial velocity 0. Look at the graph. You can put an arrow towards the graph. Capital U, that is initial velocity, it's 0, and V, final velocity 60. And acceleration we can find here, acceleration. Acceleration equal, and here time you get this side 0 to 30 seconds time. Then acceleration, uniform acceleration equal A equals V minus U over T. Then final velocity 60. Now remember students, now these days, dear children, now this power cut, now it's day by day, so they are increasing the duration. So this now nearly 4.5 hours. That also rotational power cut because of the ongoing A-level exam. You can imagine the A-level students these days, they are doing the exam. Imagine how can they study when there's a power cut nearly 4.5 hours after coming. So they have the exam. And the other most important thing, now you all are having the exam by May. And you have to study, right? So what again, this you have the physical classes or online classes, so whatever, we need electricity. Online we need electricity. So you have to, if you have a smartphone, don't it's not an excuse, power cut, therefore I can't join. So then how can you do O level this time within next? You have to boost your energy. Last 11 years equal next few months, right? Therefore you have to really work hard. You can convert your B to A, C to A within next 2.5 or 3 months if you really work hard. Therefore keep your devices fully charged at least. So if you have a smartphone, like nearly 2 hours, you can if it once it is fully charged, or maybe your parents or someone else, maybe your family members phone, you can somehow you have to connect. So therefore every day there's a power cut. It is not an excuse. So somehow you have to do the oral exam also. Therefore I think anyway I am happy today because the students, so in most of the areas in Colombo this time also, even I am experiencing the power cut. Okay, but I am not going to stop this. Okay, so I keep my device that fully charged, and but anyway the router is not working with the mobile hotspot. I am doing this now, right? Because in the zone also now the power cut, like, yeah, that problem is there, right? Then final velocity is 60 minus initial velocity 0. 60 minus 0. Look at the graph. From the graph you get the data. Time taken 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Then you get the velocity 2 meters per square second. Units, when you are writing the answers, be careful about the units. 2 meters per second. 2 meters per square second. 2 meters per square second. ms minus 2. ms minus 2. So therefore when you are answering, units also important. Units also important. Acceleration 2 ms minus 2. The next one, there's a small correction in the please make a small correction in the among the answers. So this should be ms minus 2 here, right? ms minus 2 here. Make it ms minus 2, right? Then deceleration. Uniform deceleration I'll highlight with a different color. Uniform deceleration we have to calculate this part of this portion of the graph. That means 50 to 70 second. 50 to 70 second uniform deceleration. So I'll put an arrow. This is the initial velocity. Deceleration begins at this point. Deceleration begins at this point. Why it is called deceleration? Velocity decreases. So here the initial velocity, when it comes to the deceleration, initial velocity is 60. Right? Final velocity 0. Look at the screen. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity 60. Final velocity 0. Time taken 20 seconds. Don't write 70 seconds. Time taken 20 seconds. Time taken 20 seconds. Right? Then you can write equation again, whether it's acceleration or deceleration. Whether it's acceleration or deceleration, it's same equation. Whether it's acceleration or deceleration, it's same equation, right? A equals v minus u over t. A equals v minus u over t. Final velocity 0. Initial velocity 60 divided by time taken 20 seconds. Look at that last part of the graph. Then you get minus 60 divided by 20. Remember the accelerate velocity in ms minus 1 and time in seconds. That's how you get, even here you can write velocity ms minus 1. Either you take 60 minus 0 is 16. So here seconds. So ms minus 1 divided by seconds will be ms minus 2. Then you get the final answer here, minus 3 ms minus 2. Acceleration is negative, but if you write the word deceleration, uniform deceleration, don't put the sign. Again I am repeating this. If you get acceleration negative value, that means it is deceleration. But if you write the deceleration, no need to put the minus sign. Okay, when you write the answer separately, okay, what is the uniform deceleration now? Uniform deceleration equal minus 3. Minus you should not put, just 3. Uniform deceleration equal 3 ms minus 2. 3 ms minus 2. Is that clear? Don't put the sign. Again I am telling this. Equation you get the negative answer, but when you write this, don't put the minus sign. So it's uniform deceleration, because I'll give one example. Imagine your term test marks. Imagine your marks decrease by 5 marks. So you tell my term test marks has decreased. It decreased by 5 marks. You don't tell decrease by minus 5, right? My salary decreased or deducted by 1,000 rupees. You don't tell minus 1,000. You understand what I'm saying? If you put the word decrease or decelerated, no need to put the sign again, because from the word itself you are getting the meaning. But if you tell the acceleration, then you have to put the sign. Okay, so therefore when you write the this is very important. I'll put a star also here. Acceleration negative, but if you write the word deceleration, don't put the sign. So therefore the answer is what? Question number second, answer is first. Question number second, answer is first one. Right. Okay. Anyone still copying down? Please raise the hand. Shall I raise this? Latecomers, so you can get the recording. So I have my WhatsApp number, but don't call me, but you can send a WhatsApp message if you have any doubts or related to this, any questions, or even if you need the paper, or if you have not got this paper, or if you need the recording, you can send a request through the WhatsApp number. Surely I'll get the help of someone and then ask you to send them. Right. Question number 3. I'll erase the screen now. Third MCQ. Select the answer which gives correct unit of acceleration. Remember, in physics, the units important. Okay, I'll give one example. The unit of force, unit of current, right? So those things, the units also very important. Acceleration unit, ms minus 2. Answer is 3. So these are basic questions. O-level science paper, first few MCQs. From MCQ 1 to 5, they can ask this type of questions directly from the units. There are many past questions. They ask which of the following is not a vector, vectors and units. You can get at least one MCQ in the paper. Then next one. If you want, you can write this way also. M divided by S square. This is also correct. This is also accepted. Then question number 4. Question number 4. Fourth MCQ. Running 100 meters event in the given 400 meters track. What is the correct answer which explains the motion correctly? That means he is the total length 800 meters. That means, but the track is 400 meters. 400 meters track. So how many times you have to run? 2 times. 2 times. Hope you can hear me clearly, right? Okay. So can any volunteers who can tell me the answer for this? Any volunteers? Yes? Okay, I'll ask the answer from Yasuri. Kavisha, yes, Yasuri?
Fourth one.
Sitmini?
Fourth one.
Yeah, very good. Sitmini and Yasuri. So both of your correct answers for displacement is 0. Remember, if you are running, okay, look at this. If you are running first round 400 meters. So what is the distance? Total, please write everyone, total distance 800 meters. How come? Because the track is 400 into 2. Total distance will be 800 meters. 800 meters. How come 800 meters? 400 into 2. because his track is 400. Then displacement will be 0. How come displacement 0? It's a very good question. This type of question they haven't asked recently in the oral past papers, right? Displacement will be 0. Remember, if someone reached the initial point, displacement is 0. I'll give one more example parallel to this. Sometimes in the oral paper they can ask a similar question like this. Imagine a batsman running between two wickets. A batsman running between two wickets. First run between the wickets, imagine the gap is say 20 meters. Assume 20 meters the gap between wickets. Gap between the wickets 20 meters. So if batsman complete 2 runs, gap between the wickets 20 meters. Now batsman complete the first run. What is the displacement? 20 meters. Now he safely returned again to complete the second run. What is the distance traveled by the batsman? Any volunteers? What is the distance traveled by the batsman and what is the displacement of the batsman? If batsman complete 2 runs between the wickets, if the gap between the wickets 20 meters, what is the distance traveled by the batsman and what is the displacement of the batsman? This type of question they haven't asked in oral papers. They can ask in upcoming papers. Okay, I'll ask the answer from Sandali. Where's Sandali? Yeah. Sitmini? Nukita?
40 meters and 0 meters.
Distance 40 meters, displacement 0.
Yeah. Very good. Both of you are correct. Distance 40 meters. Excellent. Distance 40 meters because forward 20, backward 20, total distance traveled by the batsman 40 meters. So it's a common sense. Even grade 6 students can give the answer. The most important thing, displacement will be 0. Why? Starting point and the end point both same now. He has returned to the same place. So therefore no gap between the initial point and the final point. Start and end, now it's same point. So imagine you go from your house to the school and return to your home again. So what is your displacement? 0. So from you go from home to school and again return to your home, your displacement is 0. So if something returned to the same place, displacement is 0. But in the exam, if you ask to draw the displacement time graph for this is how you should draw it. Look at the screen, everyone. If you ask to draw the displacement time graph for the motion of the batsman, look at the screen, everyone. This is how you should write it. First you have to write displacement y-axis, s-axis x displacement meters and y-axis time in seconds. So you get displacement (20 meters forward), right? Please, can you all please copy down? I told you are joining this seminar or this online support seminar not to mark just the answers. You can get the parcel book from the bookshops and mark the answers by looking at the marking scheme to improve your knowledge. So displacement of the batsman, this is the displacement time graph. So how many first run? 20 meters, 20 here, and again here 0. So this is first run, this is the second run. At the end of the second run, you can see, imagine the batsman takes say 20 seconds to complete to complete 2 runs. First run he complete 10 seconds and second run he complete in 10 seconds. So therefore he is running with the same uniform velocity. So this graph, displacement time graph, first run forward and then backward, so the displacement 0. So please copy down this. I'll highlight this green, both this very important. Motion of the batsman. So this is the explanation and this is the graphical representation of that. Graphical representation. But imagine if the batsman gets run out. If the batsman gets run out in the middle, when completing the second run, if the batsman gets run out, how to do this? How to do this? First run 20 meters. Then he gets run out when returning to the half. Imagine he return only 10 meters and get run out. I'll mark this red here. So somewhere here he gets run out. So then this is the place he got run out here. Now my question is this. Okay, let's see how many of you can give me the answer for this. Now batsman complete the first run safely, and there's a miss field. Now he is returning to complete the second run and got run out in the middle. So first run 20 meters. Second run halfway got run out. Now my question is this. What is the displacement of the batsman? Look at the second graph. What is the displacement of the batsman? Any volunteers? Batsman got run out halfway when returning to the same wicket again, initial wicket, for completing the second run. Teumini, yes Teumini? Nugita?
10 meters.
10 meters.
Very good, both of you are correct. Yeah, both of you are correct. Excellent. 10 meters, both of you are correct. Very good. So it's 10 meters, right? 10 meters, yeah. Tell me your answer is correct. 10 meters. Displacement 10 meters. Distance 30 meters. Distance forward 20, backward 10. So it's 30 meters distance. But displacement will be, I'll write the letter S here. Letter S, displacement. That is 10 meters. That means to the initial wicket, from the place he got run out, what is the gap now? Gap is 10 meters. This is the displacement. He got run out here. Here the run out halfway. So it's 10 meters. These type of questions, simple questions, sometimes they can ask within the first few MCQs of the oral science paper. Right? Definitely, no doubt, you are getting a question from displacement time graph or velocity time graph or from both. No doubt about that. Right? Sometimes, if you are not getting under essays, definitely you are getting at least MCQs. Some papers, they have given both displacement time graph and velocity time graph. Most of the time they give the graph and ask questions. But sometimes they can give data and ask you to plot the graph. Right? Okay, let's move on to the fifth MCQ. Shall I read this? Anyone still copying out? Or else, if you want to listen to this, the physics seminar again to the you can go to our channel Japura Zone YouTube channel and watch it later, or else you can get the recording also through the school teacher if you make a request, right? If maybe some of you have your friends. Now today many students are unable to join. Even I am experiencing the power cut, but it's not an excuse actually. I didn't cancel the seminar because of the power cut, 4.5 hours power cut. But anyway, I'll try my best until my battery drains this power. I was fully prepared. You also should be well prepared until you finish your O-level every day. It's not an excuse. Sometimes in April you get like thunder, like lightning, and rainy season begin in May and April. Many students excuse can't join online session seminars because now it's raining heavily, thunder and power like lightning. Under that condition now, remember, mobile phones, you don't get lightning stroke. No risk from lightning to the mobile phones. No one will die due to the usage of mobile phones during lightning or rainy days. So that is when you have a LAN wired connection. Wired connection dangerous, but wireless one, no issues during lightning. The safest place to stay during lightning inside a vehicle, right? But no need to stay inside the vehicle to join the online sessions from your school or from any other place. If you get because when the exam is close, I think with the pandemic situation, you have to be concerned about your health also. Therefore, you should not have much contact when the exam is close, right? Otherwise, you will be that also a headache. Now that all mentally also you will get affected from that. Therefore, you have to keep the device fully charged. If it is a new phone, at least 2 or 3 hours you can connect. You can stay connected, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. Question number 5. I'll erase the screen. Question number 5. In which instance? Sorry about that. I'll erase the screen, right? Okay. Question number 5. Any volunteers? Question number 5. Those who got the answer. This is the Jayawardenepura YouTube channel. We have uploaded yesterday chemistry seminar recording. Chemistry live. It's available. This channel. So if any of your friends couldn't join, ask them to yesterday and biology one also. Actually, this is the physics one, the live, the one going one. the last two videos also we have uploaded chemistry, right? And you can watch them later, right? I think now also there are nearly like 3 people. Yeah, 3 are watching. Yeah, okay, right. And there are many other useful websites you can use. So you can see here one of the best example. You can see here department of this. I don't know whether you are watching this channel NIE channel. I also have done some Guru Gather program channel. You all can see the screen, right? Channel NIE in YouTube. So I have done some revision lessons at Guru Gather program. You can watch them leisurely when you are at home. So because you get I think more than 1 month study leave, most probably after April 18th. After 18th of April you will be at home, because then your grade 10 batch the grade 10 will be promoted to grade 11 after the term test grade. This time Western Province third term test you are getting from 25th of March. From 25th of March until 1st of April, grade 11 and 10 third term provincial papers schedule, and 1st of April after 8th of April they are giving the school holidays until 18th for the new year. Then so after 8th of April you will be at home. Then nearly 1 month you have the study leave. Then you can get the maximum use of this, right? YouTube. So there are many resources if you are really wanting to study this channel NIE. So nie.lk, you can download any teacher's guide, English Sinhala, English medium you can get from this, because you have to refer the teacher's guide also, since you are some subjects you are not going for tuition or anything, you are studying alone. And then NIE, and then the other one is the education publication department. There's I don't know whether anyone of you have used this department website. You can get textbook any medium, English, Tamil and Sinhala, plus the smart textbook. Okay, so then you can download prototype papers and the others from this, right? So those are the other informations, important information, right? Let's move back to the paper again, right? Question number 5. Question number 5, highest acceleration. So to have higher, please highlight this. Highest acceleration means force, resultant force must be highest. So acceleration, there are two equations you can use to find acceleration. One equation that can be used to find acceleration, if you want you can note down, acceleration equal v minus u over t, right? This is one equation you can find the acceleration. Second equation, F equals ma. F equals ma equation can be used to find the acceleration. F equals ma, then A equals F divided by m. Look at the screen. This is from Newton's second law. This is from Newton's second law. F equals ma, acceleration equal F divided by m. Now to have acceleration increases when the force increases. Look at the screen everyone. If the unbalanced force increase, so please write here, I'll put an arrow toward this, right? This is known as unbalanced external force. What is F here? Unbalanced external force or resultant force. F means resultant force or unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. Sometimes we call it resultant force. Resultant force. Resultant force. Unbalanced force or resultant force. Resultant force, right? So how to find the resultant force? So look at the 4 answers. Under each you can write the resultant force, then you can check which one is highest. So remember, when the resultant force increase, when F increases, so usually we write capital F for this. When F increases, acceleration also increase. Ahead is directly proportional. When F increases, acceleration also increase. That means what? Acceleration is directly proportional to the unbalanced external force. What is this? Newton's second law. What is this? Newton's second law. What is the next statement under Newton's second law? Acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass. So please note down all these separate paper or separate CR book. You can write the short notes under each MCQ. So it's really important. Newton's second law. Then if you write acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass, that is also Newton's second law. What are the two statements? These are the two important facts. Two facts of Newton's second law. What are the two main facts of the Newton's second law? Acceleration directly proportional to the unbalanced external force and acceleration inversely proportional to the mass of the object. Two facts of, sometimes they can ask this in the exam. Write down the two main facts of the Newton's second law. Then you can write using this symbol. Two main facts of Newton's second law. Newton's second law. Right. Please note down this. So what are the two equations to calculate acceleration? One equation is A equals V minus U over T. Second equation, this one. Or else you can find the acceleration from the gradient of the graph also. Coordinates of x-axis, y-axis divided by gradient or the slope of velocity time graph also gives acceleration. So this also acceleration. From the graph also you can find the acceleration directly. So that is the third one. From the graph you can find acceleration. From the data use this equation to find acceleration. The other one, A equals F over m. So here m has to be in kilogram. That's very important. M has to be in kilogram. If you put grams, you will not get the acceleration correct unit. Now let's find under each which one the highest unbalanced force. So what is this? Unbalanced force highest means acceleration will be highest. Look at the screen. If unbalanced force highest or the resultant force highest, acceleration you get high acceleration. Okay, now you can mark that also. Let's see what is the acceleration. Okay, any volunteers who can give me the answer for this? Any volunteers? Question number 5. Any volunteers? Okay, Teumini, yes, Teumini, Sandali.
The
Okay.
fourth one.
Fourth one.
Excuse me, sir, we can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I am muted. Sorry about that. Okay, now can you all hear me? Okay. So question number 6. Vector and scalar quantity respectively. Any volunteers? Yes. Nandali? Vashunda? Vashunda? Sorry? Sanugi?
Second answer.
Yeah. Very good. Answer is second. Excellent. Answer is second. Question number 6. Yeah, very good. Correct. Yeah, answer is second. Question number 7. Right. Sorry about that. You can hear me again. So you have to bear up with me because today we are doing this seminar with power cut. Right now you can see the screen again. I'll quickly write the answer. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Mass into velocity. So what is the mass here? 5 kilogram. Any volunteers can give me the answer for this? Any volunteers? Those who have done this before, and please raise the hand. Very easy, simple question. This type of question, if you can't answer, you cannot even get even 50 marks, right? Yeah, I'll ask the answer from Sitmini.
First one.
Yeah, very good. 25 times 4, 20 kg ms minus 1. Sometimes they can ask in the exam, what is the SI unit of momentum, or what is the unit of momentum. So remember, when you write kilogram, it's simple K, but if you write capital K, it becomes Kelvin gram. If you write capital K, it's Kelvin, right? So always remember the kilogram, you have to write simple K. That's very important. Kilowatt, simple K, capital W, like this, kilowatt. Be careful about the units in physics. Some MCQs, they can question this. This is kilogram, and this is Kelvin, capital K, Kelvin, right? Very important. Sometimes they can give MCQs like this. Say capital K, Kelvin. K capital for Kelvin. That is SI unit of temperature. Simple K for kilogram. Kilometers, because you get kilogram, kilometers frequently, I mean, in your physics. So it's simple K for Kelvin, kilogram, kilometers, kilowatt, simple K for Kelvin. For kilogram, sorry, kilogram. And the other most important thing, when you write kilowatt hours, K should be simple, W should be capital, and H should be simple. This is also very important. Kilowatt hours, right? Okay, then question number 8. I'll erase the screen. 8th MCQ. So the answer is first one, right? Those who have not done, you can write the method as well as mark the correct answer. Question number 7, answer is first one. Question number 8. This one they have repeated 2 times this question in the past O-level papers. Under new syllabus, this question they repeated twice. Still, some of the students they have not done this properly. How to do this? What is the weight? What is the equation for the weight? Look at the screen, everyone. Weight equals W into mg. What is the equation for the weight? Right? W equals mg. W equals mg. Now your weight changes with the acceleration. Weight depends on the gravitational acceleration. Please write that if you want. Mass does not depend on g. Mass, either you are on the moon or you are on the earth, your mass is constant. But your weight changes with the place. So what is the question is, gravitational acceleration is 1/6 of the moon. Is 1/6 of the earth. What is the weight when he's on the moon? Weight when this guy is on the moon. So what you write here, 60 kilogram. Gravitational acceleration is what? 1/6 of the earth. That means what? 1/6. On the earth it's 10. On the earth it's 10. 1/6 of the earth value. You have to multiply this by 1/6. Is that clear, everyone? Look at the screen. Mass, either you are on the moon or the earth, mass 60 kilogram. Right? Gravitational acceleration 1/6 of the earth. Earth 10, moon 1/6 of that. So when you simplify this, you can see here 6 and 60 you can cancel. 6 times 1, 6 times 10. Then 10 into 10, what is the answer? 100 Newton. 6 times 1, 6 times 10. 10 into 10, 100 Newton. So on the moon, weight when the person is on the moon, weight on the moon. But if you want to find the weight on the earth, how to find the weight on the earth? This is on the moon. So if you want to find the weight on the earth, how to do is same equation, W equals mg. This is the equation we use to convert mass into weight. W equals mg. W equals mg. What is the mass? 60 kilos. G10. Answer will be 600 Newton. What is the answer? 600 Newton. 600 Newton. On the moon, it's 100. When it's in the moon, 100. When on the earth, it's 600. Sorry, 600. On the earth, 600. And the other most important thing, mass, weight is a vector. This weight is a vector. And mass, scalar quantity. And this weight measured in Newton. Mass measured in kilogram. And weight is independent of the gravitational, dependent on gravitational acceleration. Depends on G. Weight, okay, weight is a vector. Weight measured in Newton, unit is Newton. Depends on gravitational acceleration, G. So, mass, scalar quantity, unit of measuring mass, kilogram. Unit of measuring mass, kilogram, and it is independent of the acceleration. Gravitational is very important. It does not depend on the gravitational acceleration. So those things are very important. Once in the O-level paper, they ask question related to this also, first MCQ once in the oral past paper. It's about weight and mass, whether you know how to distinguish these two. Because many students think mass is same as weight. Actually, if you use the term weight, you have to give the answer in Newton. If you are using the term mass, then you have to give the answer in gram or kilogram or whatever. Right. Then next one, question number 9. Actually, this is the third consecutive day we are doing this science seminar series. So the third day physics, and the first day we did biology. Monday, Tuesday, yesterday we did chemistry, right? So you can watch them if you go to this channel Japura Zone YouTube channel. You can watch the previous ones and you can complete your papers. And some of the most of them, the essay type questions we couldn't discuss. So in upcoming within next few weeks we'll discuss with the zonal science director, and we'll organize to discuss the remaining essay type questions. Also we'll organize one more seminar, at least for the English medium students. Don't worry about that. Okay, now question number 9. Right, question number 9, I'll erase the screen. 9th MCQ. Select the false statement. Select the false statement. Always when you're answering questions, please pay attention to the active word and the question word. False, very important. Otherwise you will do careless mistakes. Nature of friction does not have an effect on the friction. That is wrong. Why? Nature of the surface will affect the friction. Do not have any effect on friction. Completely wrong. First one itself wrong. The maximum frictional force on the surface is limited in friction. That is correct. It should be simple. Surface area does not have any effect. Yeah, that is correct. Friction is increased by making. Yeah, that is correct. Remember, friction does not depend on the contact area. It depends on the nature of the surface, and that is the smooth or the roughness, and the perpendicular reaction. Okay, so what is the false statement? First one is false. So answer is first one, question number 9. So I'll underline the answer. Question number 9, answer is first. Right? Answer is first because they are asking the false statement. False one is first one. Please write everyone what factors affecting the friction. Factors affecting the friction. Factors affecting the friction. Number 1, right? Nature of the surface. Nature of surface. Example, you can write within bracket smoothness or rough. Smooth or rough. That matters. Then second one, perpendicular reaction. Perpendicular reaction. What is that? If you take an object like this, if you keep on the floor, if the mass of the object m, W equals mg. W equals mg. Then the perpendicular reaction is R. R also is equal to mg. Look at the screen, everyone. Please note down this. Perpendicular reaction also equal to mg. That means what? If you take weight 10 Newton of this object, so you imagine 1 kilogram, m equal 1 kilogram. Then weight is equal to how many Newton? 10 Newton. 1 into 10, 10 Newton. Then the perpendicular reaction also 10 Newton. That means basically when the mass increases or when the weight increases, perpendicular reaction also increases. Please write that. With the increase of the weight of an object or with the increase of the mass of an object, frictional force increases. But you have to put a stand, right? Contact area does not affect the friction. Contact area. Area highlight. Contact area of the surface. Contact area does not affect the friction. Area of the contact surface does not affect friction. It's very, very important. Imagine you put a cupboard door block like this way or this way, you have to, in the same surface, the same friction. Very, very important. So imagine you are pulling the cupboard, keeping it on the floor this way or this way, it's same friction. So if it is the same object, imagine say 10 kilos cupboard, this was a cupboard is 10 kilos, and if it is on the same floor, same friction. If it is on the same floor, the same friction. If it is on the same floor, the same friction. If the cupboard is on the same floor, the same friction. Same floor means what? Same surface. Same surface. Same surface. Same object. Here the friction will be same. Same friction. Very important. Most of the students think the first one is high friction, more contact area. Second one is less friction because less contact area. That is completely wrong. Both 1 and 2, the same object, same surface, same friction, because surface area, again I am telling this, contact area does not affect the friction. Very important. So what are the factors affecting the friction? Nature of the surface, whether caramboard, smooth. So the rough surface, say sandpapers, rough surface, high friction. So this is very important. Definitely you will get a question, at least MCQ from the friction lesson also, because there's a separate chapter for friction. You can get at least MCQ if you don't get SS or structured SS. Right. Question number 10. What is the answer for this? I gave the answer, right? Answer is first. Yeah. Question number 10. 10th MCQ. Resultant force of this object. How to find the resultant? That means unbalanced force. R equal, they are parallel to each other. This side you can get the total 100. Look at the screen, everyone. This side the total will be 100. Why? They are parallel, you can add. But if they are non-parallel, you can add. This is very important. Imagine you have two forces, inclined forces. This side 25, this one is 75. Can you add and make it 100? This is completely wrong. You can't tell these 200 because they are not parallel. If the forces are parallel, you can add. If the forces are non-parallel, you can't add. So anyway, the calculation from these inclined forces, they will not ask. So if they give here 25 Newton and 75 Newton, they will never ask in the exam what is this value. But if they give this side force 100, then of course, so imagine this side they'll give say 60 Newton. Then you can get this side, then you can get it. But otherwise, if they don't give this side the force, you can't find this side, because then you have to, angle also matters here, right? Then what is the answer here? 100 minus 10. 100 minus 10. What is the answer? 100 Newton minus 10 Newton. The answer will be 90. What is the answer for the question number 10? Answer will be 90 Newton. Sorry, it's 10. 100 minus 10 is 90 Newton. Question number 10, answer is 4th, right? Answer is 4th. Question number 11. Question number 11. 11th MCQ. What is the equilibrium? What is the value of W? Very easy, simple one. A resultant force and the equilibrium of forces. So this side you can get the product W equals 2 meters equal 4 meters into 50 into 4 meters. 50 Newton. Make it Newton. 50 Newton here. 50 Newton into 4 meters. When it is at equilibrium, left side the product should be equal to the right hand side the product. Left side the product should be equal to the right hand side the product. Therefore W equal 50 Newton into 4 meters divided by 2 meters. Meters cancel off. Look at the screen, everyone. Meters you can cancel. Meters cut. Meters you can cancel. Then you get how many Newton? 100 Newton. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So they get 100 Newton. Please raise the hand those who got 100 Newton for this very simple question. So these there are MCQs like this in the oral paper. So there are some MCQs, those who are going for the S pass, at least to get 35 marks. There are MCQs, those who are going for the A and B pass as well. Okay, very good. There are nearly 15, 16 students raised their hand. Those who have done this before, very good. Now, if you didn't have time to do this at home, at least now, before I tell the answer, you guess the answer and mark it. Then you can check whether you know this or not. Don't wait until I explain everything and give the answer. You do it better before me. You should be able to do this before me. Then you can compare with my answer. Don't wait until I work out this and give the final answer. Don't just wait. Read the question and get the answer. Even the next question you can start now before I tell. Then only your thinking ability is improving. Otherwise, if you're just copying down the answer for this, you will not improve. That will be again just another paper, right? Question number 11, answer is fourth. Question number 12. I'll erase the screen. 12th MCQ, not an instance where the moment of couple of forces are applied. Very easy. Says any volunteers? 12th MCQ. Couple of forces applied. This is from grade 11, chapter 9, 11 and 12, equilibrium of forces. Last from Prabhani. Yeah, Prabhani, what is the answer? You can see the screen again. Sorry about that. Here you can see answer is opening answer is this one you can see result of three non-parallel forces. R, that is the resultant of P and Q. P and Q, the resultant is R. R is equal to W. Therefore, final resultant equal what? Resultant of all three forces will be 0. Final resultant will be what? W minus R, it's 0. So therefore, resultant of all three forces is equal to 0. Resultant of P and Q is equal to R. Resultant of P and Q is equal to R. R. Yeah, R. So sum of P and Q is not T. This is very important. Sum of P and Q is not equal to R. This is very, very important. So you can't tell P plus Q equal R, completely wrong. This is wrong. It's completely wrong. So this is correct. This one you can't take. Very important. This one, sum of P and Q is not equal to R. Very, very important. Imagine you get an example here. P equals say 10 Newton. Q equals 10 Newton. Can you tell R 20? No, completely wrong. 10 plus 10, 20 you can't tell. You can tell that if they are parallel to each other. Look at this. Look at the screen, everyone. If P and Q parallel, then you can tell the resultant is 20. If P and Q parallel only, you can tell the resultant now 20. P 10 plus 10, 20. Otherwise, you should not add them unless they are parallel to each other. If P equals 10, Q equals 10, if they are parallel, then the resultant is 20. But here is not equal to 20. That's very, very important. Many students, they don't understand this. There's a misconception. Here the resultant, actually they will not ask you to calculate in the exam. This is not equal to 20. I'll cross this. This is not equal to 20. So it will be in between 10 and 20. That's why this sum important. That is wrong. Because of the word sum, the B is wrong. Because of the word sum, it's wrong. This is incorrect. All three are on the same plane. Remember, O-level science paper, you will all the forces that you are getting in the O-level science paper, they are all in the same plane. Same plane. Resultant of P and Q acting against W, this is correct. A correct, C correct, B is wrong. A and C correct, but B is wrong. Answer is second. Please raise the hand with this understanding, those who got the second answer. Question number 13, second answer. Please raise the hand, those who got the second answer. A and C correct, B is wrong. Right, there are nearly 15 students at least. Very good. Now, how can I make this also correct? How can I make the statement B also correct? What word should be replaced with sum? I should put resultant. Can you all please write in your separately here itself, right? If resultant is given instead of B will be correct. B will be correct if sum replaced by the resultant, the word resultant. Resultant of P and Q equal to W. So what is the answer for this? A and C, right? Question number 14. Very simple question. What is this? When you get the data like this, H is given, equation should come to your head. Those who have not done, quickly write the equation for see whether your answer is correct. You can compare with my answer if you can do this before me. I know some of you might have not got the paper because we forwarded this from the zonal office through the school principals and through the school science teachers to your WhatsApp group yesterday only. So if you have not got this, even if you WhatsApp me, I will forward this through your school. If you have not got this paper, if you have got the paper now, at least now, okay, for about this, if you have not got the paper, you can look at the screen and guess the answer, write the answer separately. No need to write the question, only the answer, and guess whether you can get the same answer when I explain. So here H is given 5 meters, 5 meters. Then density given, G, rho density given. Density is 1000. Then gravitational acceleration is given. Then the equation should come to your head. So that is rho. That is G. Sorry, it's G. So H rho G. H rho G. What is therefore liquid pressure depends on what? 0.5 meters below. So here the pressure acting at this point will be P equals H rho G. Therefore liquid pressure depends on the depth of the liquid, vertical one, not this way. If you get the depth this way, this is completely wrong. So the vertical, very important, vertical height matters here. What height? H is not the inclined one, the vertical height. This side, H, vertical height, very important. Be careful, some of the papers they can give question like this. They'll give height here 20 meters, here 10 meters. They'll ask you to calculate the pressure at this point. Then you have to or pressure at this point. Then you have to be careful. Either you are calculating the pressure at point A or B, but vertical height matters here. If you confuse, they can ask questions like that. So therefore P equals H rho G, H is 0.5 meters, density is 1000, G is 10. So what is the answer? 5000 Pascal. 5000 Pascal. Please raise the hand those who got this answer. Answer is first one, 5000 Pascal. How many of you got this answer? Right, very good, very good. Excellent. Then question number 15, I'll read the screen. 15th MCQ. Not an instance of using atmospheric pressure in day-to-day life. Not an instance underline. Answer is fourth. Lifting a vehicle jack using hydraulic. Using hydraulic jack. Regarding the use of Resistor, they have given a diagram in the textbook. This is from Unit 15, Grade 11, Grade 10. Grade 10, Unit 15. Rubber sucker, using with the straw, then the siphon method, removing water from a tank with the diagram. Fourth. Question number 16. 16th MCQ. What is the upthrust? When a stone is hung on a spring balance, the weight is 30 Newton. Okay. Best thing, some questions, if you make a small sketch of the diagram, then it's easy to understand. So first I'll write a stone hung on a spring balance, weight is 4. So for that I'll draw this diagram. Okay. So when it is 13 Newton. It is 13 Newton. Hung on the spring balance, it's what is the value? 13 Newton. The reading of the balance will be 13 Newton. Yes. Now next one, when it is submerged into water, the reading has decreased up to how many Newton? Up to the same object, same stone, you immerse this in water. Here water. Right. Now let's see what is the weight. Now they have given this reading what? This reading is given 11.5 Newton. That means what? There's a upthrust exerted here. What is the upthrust here? Upthrust by water will be, how to find? Upthrust is equal to what? 13 minus 11.5. Any volunteers? Answer for the 16th MCQ? Sandali?
Fourth one.
Very good, Sandali. Answer is fourth. How come fourth? Upthrust equal 13 minus 11.5. Answer will be 1.5. 1.5. Answer will be 1.5. That means this is called actual weight. Real weight. This is called apparent weight. Why weight has decreased by how many? By 1.5 Newton. That is due to the upthrust. That means this is called apparent weight. Actual weight 13 when it's hung in air. When it is immersed in water, it has decreased up to 11.5. Why weight has decreased? Due to the upthrust due to upthrust by water. Question number 16 answer is Sorry about this technical problem with the because of the power cut from time to time. There will be because I am connected with alternative method, not with directly. Yeah, because of the power cut, everything there's a breakdown these days. Now, answer is next 17th MCQ. Let's see. 17th MCQ. Any who can give me the answer for the 17th MCQ? That's a good question. Energy, kinetic energy, how to find? So each right. Let's see the answer. You can calculate the kinetic energy of each object separately. So I'll find first for A, kinetic energy of A, half mv squared, that is half into 10 into 5 squared. So you get 5 into 25. Get 125 joules. Then this one you can get separately. Kinetic energy of B, half mv squared, half into 20 into 5 squared. You get here 10 into 25. You get 250 joules. 250 joules. Now you can see kinetic energy of B is greater than A. Kinetic energy of B is greater than A. Kinetic energy of B is greater than A. What is the answer? Answer is 3. Look at the screen. Answer is 3. Question number 17. Answer is 3. Right. Answer is 3. Anyone still copying down this? Shall I erase this? Please raise the hand if anyone of you are still copying down. Very easy. The kinetic energy of B is greater than A. So you can have to calculate the kinetic energy of these two separately. Sometimes if you get this in the essay type, they will allocate marks for the method also. Method also they will allocate marks. Question number 18. 18th MCQ. Any volunteers? Who can give me the answer for the 18th MCQ? Potential energy is weighing 40 Newton. Height, which height? 20 Newton. Okay, potential energy given. They are asking the height. Potential energy 20 joules. Object, it's 40 Newton. They're asking the height. At which height? The question is about height. What is the height? What is the height? That's the question. Any volunteers? That's a good question. Any volunteers who can give me the answer for the 18th MCQ? If you want, you can quickly work out this. First, you have to. Okay, I'll ask from the Tevmini, Sitmini.
Third one.
Third one.
Sitmini couldn't hear the answer.
Third answer.
Third answer. Both of you gave yeah, third answer. Very good. So let's see. First, you have to convert this into mass. How to convert? Weight equal m into g. So therefore, m equal w divided by g. So weight is 40 Newton divided by 10. You get 4 kilogram. Or else you can simply get it what? 1 kilogram is equal to 10 Newton. 1 kilogram is equal to how many Newton? 10 Newton. Therefore, 40 Newton means 4 kilos. Now we got the m is equal 4 kilogram. Right? 4 kilogram. Those who have not done, look at the screen. 4 kilogram. Then potential energy given 20 joules. Then G, it's 10. That you are supposed to know. G is 10. So using those so everything else we know except H here. So I'll write the equation. Potential energy equal mgh. Now we know, I'll put a right tick. All this we know. Potential energy we know. Mass also known. G also known. Only this one is unknown. So I'll make this subject. I'll make H subject. H equals potential energy divided by mg. So what is the potential energy? They have given 20 joules divided by, what is the mass of the object? 4. This is G is 10. What is the height? H equals 20 divided by 40. 20 divided by 40. 20 divided by 40 means what? 0.5 meters. Yeah, so both of your answers correct. Very good. Netmini and yeah. So it's 0.5 meters. Answer is 3. What is the first one? This convert weight into mass. Next, take down the data given. Third, write the equation and apply the values. Write the equation and apply the values. Understood? Question number 19. 19th MCQ, minimum power required to pull object. Power in 20 seconds. So again, look at the data given. Power equal, what is the equation for power? Power equal work done over time taken. Look at the screen in Power equal work done divided by time taken. So how to find the work done? Now how to find the work done? First you have to calculate the work done separately. Work done equal weight of this object into height travel, h, or the distance. So he's moving up. So he's doing some work. 100 kilogram. How to find weight? 100 kilogram is how many Newton? 1000 Newton. What is the height? 20 meters. How many joules work done? 20,000 Newton meter. That is also what? 20,000 joules. 20,000 joules. That is the work done. So you apply the values to here. 20,000 joules divided by time will be 2 seconds. Time will be 2 seconds. Then you get 10,000 joules per second. That is equal to 10,000 watt. 10,000 watt is also equal to 10 kilowatt. Look at the screen everyone. Final answer 10 kilowatt, because 10,000 watt not given in any of this. So what is the answer? Please raise the hand those who got 10 kilowatt for this, the fourth answer. Please raise the hand those who got 10 kilowatt, the fourth answer for this. 10 kilowatt. What is the first one? Calculate the work done. Number 2, apply the equation, apply the data to this equation, power equal work done. What are the other equations that is used in physics to calculate the work done? Power. Remember the power is also equal to, please note down these two also. I'll encircle this equation and put a cage around this. This is the other equation that can be used to calculate work done. Power. Power equal energy divided by time. This is the other equation. So this is the next equation. The other one, power equal VI, voltage times current. V for voltage and not velocity, voltage into current. What are the three equations to calculate power? Power equal work done over time. Power equal, this is energy. Energy in joules, energy divided by time. And power equal work done over time. Please note down all three equations at one place, and in all three you get the answer in watt. What is what? Joules per second. So sometimes they can ask the question like this. SI unit is watt, but what the fundamental unit? Watt is also equal to what? Joules per second. So this is the SI unit watt. Once in the O-level paper they ask what is the fundamental unit of the SI unit of force? Newton. So here this is a fundamental unit. Actually it's a unit joules per second, but it's equal to what? SI unit is what? Similarly you can do this kind also. I'll erase the screen here. You had enough time to copy down. So the other, I'll give one more example. Now if you write F equals ma, what is the SI unit of force? Newton. What is the fundamental unit of Newton? The SI unit of force. So this is kilogram. Kilogram. This is ms minus 2. Then it become what? kg ms minus 2. Kg ms minus 2. Then therefore Newton is also equal to kg kilograms meters per square second. Kg ms minus 2. Please raise the hand those who are experiencing a power cut at this time and connected with mobile device or something. How many of you are experiencing a power cut at this time? I am also experiencing the power cut. Only one, only two, or everyone else? Okay. Today the attendance bit low because I think many students having that problem. Okay. So I really appreciate your commitment, dedication for the education. Right. Number 20. I'll erase this so you had enough time to copy down, or else you can request the recording later. Okay. 20th MCQ. Most safest place for the switch. Most safest position of the switch to off both the lamps at once. So you want to off both the lamps. What is the safest place to use the switch? Highlight live wire, very important. Live wire red and neutral wire mostly we use blue or black. Now please put a stand, write everyone. Switch is always used for the live wire. Now we are going to start current electricity grade 10. Now earlier we discussed the pressure questions. Now current electricity questions. Look at the screen. Switch should be used always for the live wire. Please put a stand, right everyone. Switch is always used. Switch is always used for the live wire. Live wire. Live wire. Not for the neutral. That means this side if you are using the switch, that's completely wrong. Here it's wrong. Here this is a wrong place. Here also the neutral wire wrong. Switch has to be used for the lamp. This is only for one lamp. Only one lamp. Only second lamp. Or the second bulb can be off. Only second bulb can be operated from this. But this one can be used to operate what? Both. So the answer is A. It's a very good question. Answer is A. A can be used, that is for the live wire. Okay, it is connected to the live wire. Plus you can off both the lamps from this. If you disconnect from here, it will both the lamps go off. So therefore best place for the switch to on and off both the lamps will be A. Please raise the hand those who got the answer A for this. How many of you got the answer A for this? 20th MCQ. Did you all write the switch is used for the live wire? Why live wire? That is for the safety. Why current is flowing from live to neutral? Current is flowing from live wire to neutral wire. Look at the screen, everyone. If you have a lamp here, so this is the live wire. If you only can mark here, current flows in from the live wire and it's returned through the neutral. Not like the water supply, there are two lines. So electrons on this side, current enters, and then from the other end it leave it. So it's live wire. So you have to disconnect from the side where it is coming, no? So it's common sense. You have to disconnect the supply from the side where it is coming. So example, water board, if you don't pay the water bill, then they will disconnect the supply from at the beginning. Right? If they come only to the kitchen and disconnect, what happen? Only for the kitchen, the water supply is interrupted, but not the other areas. Now these days there's a power cut. Will they come one by one house and disconnect the supply? No, they disconnect the supply from the place where it is coming to your house. So here also you have to use the switch from the site where the electricity is coming, electric current is entering the circuit. That is from the live wire. Live wire, that was you have to put before both the lamps. So after now, that's why A is the best place. So you can off simultaneously, you can off both the lamps using the switch at point as well as you can on it, on and off both. You can operate it easily. Again, I am telling switch is used for the live wire, but if you use for the neutral also, you can on and off, no problem. At this side also, if you disconnect the supply either from this side door, this side, no issues. I put live side door, neutral side, you can disconnect the supply, no problem. But the problem is safety. Safety matters here. Otherwise, what happens? If you put this one, if you touch the lamp, what happens? Now you put the bulb to the neutral side. Look at the screen, everyone. Now you put the switch here for the neutral wire, right? This is the live wire. Now you are going to replace this lamp. What happens now? If there's a leakage from the whole live wire, the current is available, then this current leaks through your body to the earth, then you get electrocuted. Why? Because from the neutral side you disconnect the supply. But if you disconnect the supply from this side, then what is the benefit? Imagine you disconnect the supply from this side, then what happens? Current is not available to the lamp. Even if there's a damaged wire or something contact with your hand, no risk of getting electrocuted. That's why you have to disconnect the supply from the side, or the switch should be used from the side where it is coming to the bulb. Electric current flows from the live wire to the neutral. Many students, they don't understand these things. Is that clear? Are you all writing this? Don't just mark the answer. Please write, everyone. Electric current flows from the live wire to the neutral. Therefore, the switch should be used for the live wire for the safety, right? Otherwise, electrician might put for his convenience for the neutral wire also, he can put the switch and go, because you are not checking inside the this plug point and all what is happening. Sometimes when you get electrocuted only, you get to know that switch is off, but you get current. How come? Electrician has put the switch for the neutral wire. No wonder. Normally when you off the switch, the current should not come to the lamp. That's why some people, they are scared to touch the lamp. They off the main switch also to replace the lamp. Why? Electrician, if he has put the switch for the neutral wire, you can get electrocuted when there's a leakage. Safety. Why switch is used for the live wire? For the safety of the consumers. Very important. Very important. Example, if you take even in a simple circuit like this, like live wire, imagine here live wire, neutral. So here the lamp. So which side I should use the switch out of these 2 points? Number 1 or 2? Number 1 or 2. You can on and off this lamp from both the ends. But number 1, Roman number 1, that is the best place to use the switch for this to operate this lamp or the bulb. This is the better. This is not good. Why? The current enter into the lamp from that side. To that side you have to put the switch. I hope you got it right. You will never do this mistake again. If you got this wrong, try to learn it. Now you will not do this mistake again. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Now we are doing the current electricity questions. Electricity lesson grade 10 chapter 19. So we have done from chapter 1 to 18. We have done questions now. Now we discuss questions from chapter 2. Okay. What are the physics lessons in grade 10? Some students, they don't know from which lesson they have given this question. That is the most terrible thing. Grade 10 unit 4 physics. Look at here, unit 4 physics. Grade 10 unit 5 physics. Grade 10 unit 9 physics. Grade 10 unit 11 physics. Grade 10 unit 12 physics. Grade 10 unit 15 physics. Grade 10 unit 18 physics. Grade 11 how many unit physics? Grade 11 how many units physics? Grade 11 unit 4 physics. Unit 5 physics. Unit 6 system lesson. Unit 9 physics heat. Unit 10 physics. Unit 11 physics. Unit 12 physics. Unit 13 physics. These lessons in grade 11 syllabus, electro. What is this? Electricity. This is electronics. This is electrochemistry. Actually 12th one is not physics, it's chemistry, but it's I'll put it with a different color because it's again linked with electricity also anyway. 12th one from electrochemistry, that also is start with anyway electro, and 13th lesson electro. These are the areas where you can get questions. And grade 10, one more lesson I didn't put here, grade 10, chapter 19 also current, chapter 19 grade 10, that also electricity. Electro. Therefore definitely every year O level paper they will give essay type question definitely from electricity, no doubt about that. Last year O level paper they gave both electronics and electricity under essay type questions. Sometimes they can give structured essay. You are getting at least like 5-6 MC hardest lessons grade 11 chapter 10 11 13 electricity, electronics and electromagnetism, and grade 10 chapter 19 current electricity. Grade 10 chapter 19 current electricity. Now you can see electro 4 lessons, and with the chemistry electrochemistry 5 lessons, 5 units. So these are the areas where you can get essay type questions, because now I'm going to discuss electricity one now we are doing. Therefore please pay more attention to the electricity. Even you can understand the importance of electricity, right? Now all this physics and chemistry, right? So you can see fuel, LP gas, petrol, diesel, coal, or they all chemical industries. Chemistry, fractional distillation, you have done. Last year, all paper they asked fractional distillation on the essay type question. Crude oil can be separated into petrol, diesel, kerosene, all these. That is chemistry. Electricity come from physics. So therefore, these are the two most important subjects, the subjects which govern the world, in other words, right? COVID-19 virus, vaccines, again science, then PCR test, physics and chemistry. PCR machine come from physics, and chemicals, that technology come from physics, and the chemicals required to perform the PCR come from chemistry, right? Vaccine, again chemical, pharmaceutical industry. So all this, even the doctor's stethoscope, the ECG machine or MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, all this physics, right? Even thermometer, these days COVID-19 we use a infrared thermometer, contactless, that come from physics. That's why if you are good in physics and chemistry, there are many career opportunities. There are many opportunities to do higher studies even in the job market in the future. Plus you need little bit of IT knowledge, right? Technology, because this is the digital world. So you learn digitally, globally, and social media. So these are this not like our time. So you have many resources, right, to get knowledge now. Not like our time, not only from the textbook or written paper and pencil work. There are many questions related to the practical applications in the oral paper, right? So I gave now we are doing today only physics. How many lessons physics now? Total. How many lessons? You can count. Out of 35 lessons, grade 10 you have 20 lessons. Grade 10 how many total lessons? 20. Grade 11 you have 15 lessons. Out of 35 lessons, only physics you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 lessons. Out of 35 lessons, 15 units from both 10 and 11 syllabus physics. Physics you get 15 lessons from both 10 and 11 syllabus. 15 lessons or units from physics. Therefore, to go for A pass, you should be good in physics also. Imagine if you are going to do A level maths, physics compulsory. If you are going to do A-level bioscience, physics compulsory. Without physics, you can't enter medical faculty, engineering faculty, or dental vet. Right? Without you can't do A-level IT without physics. So therefore, that's why every year there's a Nobel Prize for physics and chemistry. So most important subject. Because you get everything, I think, because of this all the mechanics and all this miniaturization and all this mechatronics and electronics and all these electrical equipments because of physics. Therefore, you can understand the importance or the impact of physics to the world, right, including the PCR machine or including the thermometer, right. All these come from physics. Even the digital devices now you are using for this class, laptop or mobile phone, they all products of physics. That means come from electronics, right? Come from electronics. So to survive IT or computer science cannot survive without physics, right. So therefore you can understand, therefore now if you are good in physics, so there are many career opportunities in the future with technology, right. Now question number 21, I'll give the answer. First one, when all the resistors are equal in parallel, the short method is what? Look at the screen. This one, all three you can simplify like this. 3 divided by 3, you get 1 ohm. Then 1 plus 1, you get 1 plus 3, you have to add. 1 plus 3, you get total what? Therefore, total resistance in first circuit will be what? 1 plus 3 ohms. So these three you get from these three you can simplify like this. Very easy, short method. Resistance of 1 divided by the number of resistors. Look at the screen, everyone. Resistance of 1, the one resistor, the resistance divided by number of resistors, you get 1 ohm. Plus 3, you get total 4 ohms. That is the first circuit equivalent resistance. Then next one, just to add, so it's very easy. So here the R equal 3 plus 3, 6 ohms. 3 plus 3, 6 ohms. And here R equal, I told you the short method, right? I told you the short method. Value of 1 divided by the number of resistors. Value of 1 is 3 ohms. How many are there? 3. So therefore it's 1 ohm. Now the question is what? Select the answer which gives the equivalent resistance of resistors respectively. Correct one. 4, 6, 1. 4, 6, 1. Which answer? 4, 6, 1. 4 ohm, 6 ohm and 1 ohm. 4, 6, 1. Answer is fourth, right? Answer is fourth. 4, 6 and 1. Answer is fourth. Please raise the hand those who got this answer. 4, 6, 1. Fourth answer. What is the short method? Even there are 1000 resistors, 3,000 times. 3 divided by 1000 ohms. 1000. 3 divided by 1000. If there are 100 resistors, 3 parallel, 3 divided by 100. Value of 1 divided by, or else if you have say 2 ohm resistors, 2 ohm 90 times, 2 divided by 90. That is the short method for the MCQs. Right? But if at least one of these different, then you have to go for the 1 over R method. But formal method is 1 over R. You will get the same answer. If you write here 1 over R equal 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, then also you get the same answer here 1 ohm. 1 ohm. That method also you can use here, no problem. Then question number 22. Shall I read this screen? Anyone still copying down? Right. Now I don't know any students here from Nugegoda Anula Vidyalaya. I think many I don't know whether you have got the this Anula. Please raise your hand also from Anula. Right, there are students. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Excellent. Right. Okay, good. And now please raise the hand those who have joined from Pannipitiya Dharanpala. No one. Pannipitiya Dharanpala? No one. And now please raise the hand those who have joined from Vidyakara Balika. Maharagama? There are few students, right. What about the others? Didn't the others get the message? And then please raise the hand those who are from Samudra Devi Balika, Nugegoda. Any students joining? Sanuk is there, right? Okay. Good, right. Okay. Now please pass the message to your friends. If anyone of you experiencing because of this power cut, if they are unable to join or technical problem, they can get the recording, right? Okay. YouTube channel also, the Japrason channel, Japrason YouTube channel. You can watch this leisurely and you can do this paper and ask them to do the paper first and then compare the answers with this with the detailed explanation. And we are hoping to organize again before your oral exam to discuss essay type questions or covering all the chemistry lessons in 10 and 11. Covering all the lessons 10 and 11 physics, we are planning to organize a separate one to discuss essay type and structured essay type questions. Now today we are mainly targeting the MCQs, right? Yesterday we did chemistry and Monday we did biology, right? Chapter wise, unit from grade 10 unit 1 until grade 11 unit 15 physics all here, right? Okay, now question number 22. Parallel to this, there's an ongoing Sinhala medium seminar also, there are science, right? Sinhala medium students also you can inform, right? Question number 22. Resistor color codes. Any volunteers here? You can, those who can give me the answer for this. Any volunteers? This is from, if you don't know, right? Some students, the most terrible thing is this. When they look at this question, they don't know from which chapter they have given this. They don't know from which lesson. Then they don't know what to refer. Because when you last few weeks before the oral exam, you are at home. You don't meet your friends. You don't meet your teachers. Now you have to do it alone. You have to practice many questions. When they are answering, when they are going to answer the questions from papers or past papers or whatever, they don't know from what to refer, what to study to get the answer for this. Therefore, that experience also very important. Therefore, when you see a question, at least ask from the teacher or check with your textbook from which part of the, whether it's from grade 10 or grade 11 syllabus, whether it's they have given this question. So this is from grade 10 unit 19. Grade 10 unit 19. Resistance. Now, number 1, look at the first 3 colors. Okay, what is the first step? Look at the first 3 colors and find the resistance. What is the first one? Look at the first 3 colors. What is the brown, the value? They have given 1. Brown 1. Black is 0. Last one also you can't put 0 because the third color band, very important. This third color band, I put a star here, I'll encircle this. Third color band represent number of terminal zeros. Again I'm telling, this one represent number of zeros. The short method I'm telling, the number of zeros. Number of zeros. If you get the third color 1, 1 0. If you get the third color, so imagine it's a black, black is 0. That means no zeros. You have to keep it blank. Okay. If you get black here, the value is 0. That means what? Black means no zeros. If you get here 0, the number, that means no zeros. No zeros. If you get here 1, 1 0. Right? If you get the number 2 for the third color, then 3 zeros. You got it? So you have to add 1 0, so 2 zeros. If you get the third color 3, then you have to add 3 zeros. Is that clear? If you the fourth color, the number 4, third color band, I'm talking, this is the third color band. What is this third color band? This is the first color band, this is the first one, and this is the second color band. The third color band represents the number of terminal zeros. So 10 to the power 1, 10. 10 to the power 0 is 1. So in other words, this is 10 to the power 0. 10 to the power 0 is 1. That means if you multiply this by 1, 10 to the power 10 into 1 is 1. 10 into 1 is 10. Right? So in other words, this is 10 to the power 0. You can take here 10 to the power 0 is 1, 10 to the power 1 like that. This is the number here you get here from the color. 10 to the power 2, that is 100. 100 means 10 means you have to add 1 0. 10 to the power 2 means 100. You have to add 2 zeros like that. So if you get here number 3 for the third color band, 10 to the power 3, that is what? 1000. You have to multiply by 1000. That means add 3 zeros, add 2 zeros, add 1 0. Add no zeros. No zeros means just 1 here. 10 into 1. Okay. Right. Now, what is the resistance here? Okay. First one, resistance will be 10 ohms. What is the first step? Calculate the resistance 10 ohms. Look at the screen, everyone. First one, resistance equal 10 ohms. Number 2, tolerance. Tolerance will be 10 into plus and minus 1. That means what? 10 into 1%. Look at here. Silver plus or minus 10. That means what? It's 10%. So it's equal to 10%. That means what? This 10 ohm can increase by 10 or can decrease by 10. That's what it means. So it's plus or minus 10 means what? Tolerance you have to get. It can increase by 10, no, it can decrease by 10. So that's how you get it. This is given in grade 10 textbook, the resistor color codes. Resistor color codes. Resistor color codes. Brown, black, black. So it's into 10%. 0, 0 card, then 0, 0 is 1, right? 1 ohm. Wait, I'll show you the textbook now. This page, then it's easy to understand the colors here. But anyway, no need to memorize. Brown is equal to 1. They will not. I mean, it's given in the exam. No need to memorize. Wait, I'll show you the grade 10 textbook. It's chapter 19, current electricity. Right. So here you can see resistor color codes. Look at here. This one. Silver 10%. Plus or minus 10%. Can you all see the screen here? This is grade 10, chapter 19. These colors no need to memorize. Don't memorize this table, you will go mad, right? This is given in the exam. Each color, the value they will give in the exam. And this percentage also they will give. This is plus or minus 10%. So they have to multiply this by 10%. Look at the screen again, everyone. Now let's move back to the screen. Okay, now look at the screen, everyone. It's okay, sorry about that. Now this power interruption because of this power cut thing, from time to time the unstable the connection. Okay, I'll again write quickly. I'll write it. Don't worry. Look at the screen again. So the first two colors, directly you write the number. First two colors, directly you can write the number. Brown and black. Third color, only the number of zeros here. No zeros. Black is 0 means what? No zeros. If you get 0 here, black, no zeros. So here the resistance will be first one, the resistance will be 10 ohms. Resistance will be 10 ohms. Here 1, here 0. This one you keep blank because 0 means no zeros here. Right. 10 ohms. Now number 2, second step, tolerance. Can you please mark it? The percentage sign is missing here. Tolerance equal 10 ohms into 10%. What is that? 10 into 10% means what? 1 ohm. This is like this, 10 into 10 over 100 is 1, right there. Then next one, the range. Number 3, I'll put range, resistor range. That means resistance can increase by 1 or resistance can decrease by 1. Okay, look at the screen again. The last step, I put number 3 here, range of the resistance. The range equal 10 ohm can increase by 1 as well as 10 ohm can decrease by 1. 10 minus 1 plus to 10 plus 1. That is called the range. The resistance can increase by 1 or resistance can decrease by 1. So the lowest value you can get 9 ohms because its tolerance 1. Fixed resistance 10 ohm, but it can change due to the various factors, physical factors, due to temperature, due to various other conditions. This resistance will not be, the book value is 10, theoretically 10, but practically it can change, fluctuate within a certain range. That is the third one, we call it range. The resistance can decrease up to 9 when you're measuring this. It can 9 to 10 the range. That is, so 10 plus 1. 10 ohms plus 1. I put just 10 plus 1, no space right ohm here. Then it's become 11 ohms. So the answer will be 9 to 11 ohms. 9 to 11 ohms. So this is called the range. That is the final answer. Please raise the hand those who got this answer. 9 to 11 the range. Okay, there are 3 steps. What is the first step? Find the resistance. What is the second step? Find the tolerance. Then go for the range. There are 3 steps. So the answer is this one, 9 to 11 ohms. Now another best example, if you take a beaker, right, even in the laboratory, when you take a beaker or measuring cylinder, I don't know how many of you have seen the measuring cylinder in the science laboratory. Measuring cylinder, sometimes imagine it takes a 100 ml, 100 ml measuring cylinder. They put plus or minus 1. That means what? When you measure the volume here, because due to the temperature, glass can expand, liquid can expand slightly due to the temperature. Therefore, even though it takes 100 ml, it can become 101 when you measure, 101 milliliters sometimes because of the thermal expansion. Imagine due to the cold climate or due to rainy day or at night, sometimes the volume can slightly decrease or volume can slightly increase. That is called the range. It can be 99 milliliters to 101 milliliters. So that is called the range because plus or minus 1. You can check most of the measuring cylinders, they put this, like volumetric instruments, plus or minus 1. That means that is the error, right? Therefore, the values within this range accepted. That is values within this range accepted. Is that clear? Now example, your blood glucose level, they don't tell exactly 90 milligrams. So it accepted blood glucose level, say 90 to 100 and 90 to 99. Except that is non-diabetics blood glucose level. Because it can change from person to person due to various factors. There always remember, whatever the measurement you take, it's not 100% accurate. There's an uncertainty in any measurement. Any measurement, there's an uncertainty due to various environmental factors. Imagine they check your body temperature. You come from you park the vehicle. Under strong sunlight, you drive the vehicle. And you are going to enter the bank. Then they check you have fever. Right? But that is actually you don't have fever. The problem is you stay in the car under strong sunlight. Inside the car it is very hot, no AC also. Or you are walking fast to the bank because bank is going to close. When you walk fast, your body temperature increases because you breathe fast. To walk fast, your respiration increases, your body get warm up. Now they will tell body temperature now 38. Now you can't enter because 37 is accepted value. Then they will tell okay, rest for a while. And again after about 20 minutes, what? They will check again. That's why even for the oral exam, when you are going to the exam, go a bit early. Otherwise, in the exam center, if they are monitoring the temperature of you, then they will tell stay for a few minutes. Because you in a hurry, you are stressed out and you are running fast. So then your body temperatures can slightly change. That is temporarily. Therefore, they will give a range for that. In the bank also, some security officers, they don't know this. So they will give, okay, 36.5 or something. They will give a range up to 37.1 or like not exactly 37, up to 37.5 is accepted within this range. Because people, the temperature can slightly change due to their physical exercise, due to their activity, due to the place, whether they are coming from air conditioned room or whether they are coming from unair conditioned vehicle. So the body temperature, there's a range. That's why any measurement, there's an uncertainty. Sometimes that digital thermometer they are using, the security person, that there can be instrumental errors. Sometimes that person can't see clearly. He has a visual defect. He will not read the reading properly. That is personal errors. Personal errors, instrumental errors, undetermined, uncontrolled errors like physical factors like temperature. That's why any measurement, they give a range instead of giving the exact value. So therefore resistance also, when you measure using color codes, theoretically you get 100, but it can change, fluctuate. Depending on the resistor, they put 10% silver. So the fourth color band, represent, that is used to find the tolerance. What is called tolerance? They will give the percentage. Silver gives the tolerance. First three colors to get the resistance, the fixed resistance. Remember, if you get here, okay, who can tell me the answer? If I put here brown, black, brown, what is the resistance? Brown, black, brown. What is the resistance now? Tell me the not the range. I'm asking the part, number one, the resistance R. Brown, black, brown. Brown, black, brown. What is the resistance? Any volunteers? Brown, black, brown. What is the resistance? If I make the three colors brown and the third color black, again brown. Any volunteers? Brown is number one, and then how many zeros? 1 0. Right? Is that clear? Yeah, let me. What is the answer? Brown 1, black 0. What is the third color we put? How many zeros? Third color 1 0. Then you get 100 ohms. Good. So therefore this part bit important to some students, so they know how to find the resistance, but they don't know how to find the tolerance and the range. Okay. Sometimes in the exam they can give the resistance, instead of this answer they can give what? 9.5 ohms. Accepted, because it comes within the range. Be careful in the exam, sometimes they give 9.5. Then the students must be wondering, how come 9.5? 9.5 come within this range. Accepted. The next answer they will give 11.5. Can't accept because that's out of this range. More than 11. Next one they'll give 8.5. They can give 4 answers like this also. 8.5, 11.5, 9.5. Then they can give say 8 ohms. Then what is the answer? You can't tell the answer is not there. No. Answer is there. That is 9.5 ohms. So here they have given the range. But what I'm telling now, instead of this range, oral paper they can give 9.5 ohms. Then you should check whether it's come within this range or not. Whether 9.5 is within this range or not. Otherwise don't tell there's no answer. How come 0.5 here? You can't complain like that. So I gave all the possibilities they can ask here. From resistor color codes, don't memorize the colors and the number that is given in the exam. Next one, question number 23. Any volunteers? 23rd MCQ. 12 volt potential difference, current 0.5. Very easy. What is this? Ohm's law, the equation, what is? V equals IR. Very simple. Every year you are getting equation from Q equals MC theta, no doubt. V equals IR, you are getting the questions. Moles equal mass over molar mass. Otherwise that will not be the F equals MA. Acceleration, how to calculate. A equals V minus U. Those are the basic equations. My advice, take a blank paper and if you can write all the equations that you have learned in physics, there can be more than about 30-40 equations. Take a paper after the seminar, take a piece of paper and write, okay, first equation, velocity equal displacement divided by time. Like that, start from the beginning of the grade 10 and each lesson write the list of the equations. So then, because without the equation you can't answer these questions. When you read the data, the equation should come to your head. London A level, they give the calculators allowed, the periodic table given, the equations given separate paper, because they are not targeting recalling the previous knowledge like abstract learning, content based learning, just recalling the previous memory questions. Very low in London international syllabus now. But our syllabus also, they are putting more analysis, synthesis, evaluation, like rather than just recalling the memory, like you memorize and you have to repeat that. That is, those type of questions also there, but very low now, very less in the new syllabus paper. That's why they complain science paper is hard. In your textbook activity part, please read at least the materials required and observation and how to do it, because there are many questions in the structure coming from that part. Activities, activity 11.2 electronics, activity 1.3 in chemical basis of biology. So there's under separate color background you get activities. Please read it, because you might have not done, most probably because of the COVID, those practicals in school. At least read the activity part, materials, method, observation, and sometimes they can do the defective diagram or diagram with defects and ask what is the error in this diagram. There are questions like that, right? Okay, now let's move on to this. What is V equals IR? What is I here? They are asking what is the resistance? Resistance equal V divided by I. What is the voltage here? 12 volt divided by 0.5. What is the answer? 24 ohms. Divide by 0.5 means divide by half. If you only can do this way also, reciprocal, because some students they don't know this calculation also. So 12 divided by half. then you can take 12 into reciprocal of this, then this will be by 2 over 1. 2 over 1 is 12 divided 20, 12 into 2 is 24 ohms. Okay, so please raise the hand those who got 24 ohms. Very basic one. I don't know, because grade 10 the last year work you might have forgotten this equation also now. Answer is first one, 24 ohms. Very good. Right, then time also almost now 10:35. Let's move at least up to question number 24. I'll discuss one more MCQ and stop. 24th MCQ. The waves that require a material medium for the propagation. Underline here, material medium, underline. Such waves are called what waves? If material medium necessary, we call them mechanical waves. This is from grade 11 chapter 4. Grade 11 chapter 4. Grade 11 unit 4. Waves. Mechanical waves. Either solid or liquid or gaseous medium necessary. Electromagnetic waves, medium is not necessary because IR, UV, they all material medium is not necessary. Heat trace means IR, material medium is not necessary. Heat trace means IR, infrared. Transverse waves, actually transverse waves, some transverse waves are mechanical, some transverse waves are electromagnetic. Okay, I'll put an arrow here. Look at the screen, everyone. Transverse mechanical waves also there, transverse electromagnetic waves also there. Anyway, all the electromagnetic waves are transverse in all the entire IR electromagnetic spectrum. So from radio to gamma, all of them are transverse. From radio waves to gamma rays, all these are transverse. But mechanical waves, who can tell me a mechanical transverse wave? Any volunteers? Mechanical transverse wave. Any volunteers? Let me. Mechanical transverse wave example. Please raise the hand. No one. What is the example for a mechanical transverse wave? Answer is only C. Yeah, Saditma.
Water waves.
Very good, Saditma. Very good, excellent. Water waves. Water waves, material medium is necessary. Water waves are what? Mechanical as well as transverse. Mechanical longitudinal, sound waves. Please write that if you don't know. Mechanical transverse water, mechanical longitudinal sound waves, mechanical longitudinal, and electromagnetic waves, they all what? Non-mechanical transverse. All the electromagnetic waves, non-mechanical transverse. Here the answer is fourth. The most correct one is fourth, because the first two is not necessary at all. The answer is fourth, right? Question number 24, answer is fourth. Right. Now today I think you have another seminar, at 11 o'clock Sinhala medium one. Therefore I think I will have to stop now. Anyway, I will continue the remaining questions and the essay type questions also in upcoming one. I will inform through your school. I think you have the holidays until 7th of March. We'll let you know. You can check with the school principal or teachers about this, and we'll send that information and keep in touch. So last 3 days we did, today is the third day, physics, and the last 2 days we did biology and chemistry. So structures and essay type questions we'll be discussing again. Today I think you have, today is 23rd, right? Yeah. Today you have health and physical science, I think, at 11 o'clock. 11 to 1:30, health and physical science. So science from 8 to 10:30, right? So again, you can go to this channel Japura Zone and watch the previous one also. If any of your friends has channel Japura Zone YouTube channel, through that you can watch the previous one also recording channel Japura Zone. So any upcoming important videos also, the other seminars also will be uploading within next few days. Right. Okay, then we'll stop for today, and have a good day and God bless you. Wish all the very best and work hard. You have nearly 2.5 months. Please work hard, and definitely you can improve if you are working hard like this. And each MCQ question in the past papers also, if you explore like this and No need to do 100 or 1000 questions. If you can do like about 10-20 questions like this, you will go through the whole syllabus, right? And you will revise the entire syllabus. That is the best thing to do, rather than just marking question, just answers for the questions with the teacher. You have to read the question yourself. You have to understand the question. That itself a very good experience, because most of the time what happens, teacher is giving the question, teacher is explaining the question, and teacher is giving the answer. Only teacher will improve, not the students. So you should make an effort at least to read and understand the question. At least you should know what they are going to ask from this question. Don't wait until the exam come to get this experience. From 2016 to